just, obviously you're just thrilled for Mike McGurl. Uh, a week ago, we played Kansas, and he just was devastated. You work your way in your career to get opportunities to play top level teams, and you play Kansas here in the Sunflower Shootout, and he didn't play very well, and he knew it. Now to come back to back games and be a big difference maker. I couldn't be more happy for him and proud of him. I hope this isn't truly his senior day, but it's obviously going to be one he's going to remember. The last thing I told the guys today after shoot around was that I want you guys to be the leadoff on Sports Center. And if Mike isn't, he's got to be. They got to be one of the first stories. So our defense has been unbelievable. 3 games in a row, we've held teams in the 50s. That's given us a chance, and we're almost at the same point as we were at TCU, down 5, about 5 minutes left, and in that huddle, I just told them to look at me. I said, "Hey, just all it takes is a score and 2 stops, and we can get back into this thing." And dang, they only scored 1 field goal down the stretch. Mike with the big threes, and then to get the ball in bounds, pretty amazing. You got one freshman throwing it to another freshman, and you got to get it in 4 times. Then Nigel makes those 2 free throws. Dejuan makes them, and and we did a great job on defense to give us a chance down the stretch. I thought Davion was exceptional. 13 and 8 plus 15, I think, overall in the game when he was in there. And then, Dejuan, I'll be honest, on Sunday, Tone came in and said his foot was messed up. Rudy's hand's messed up. Carlton's knee was messed up. Dejuan couldn't even get a shoe on. We didn't even know if we'd have enough players, but got to give Dejuan some credit. 11 and 10, double-double. Nigel, not his best scoring night, but 9 assists, and makes those 2 big free throws. And then Sultan, he's grabbed that niche. I know Reef scored, but man, he made it tough on him the whole time.
Hey, thanks, Coach. First question to Tim Fitzgerald.
Coach, this has been such a difficult season for you and the guys. Does it make this one even more satisfying?
Well, there's no doubt. I told them when we got back from, I think it was Oklahoma State, I said, it's winding down, guys. Value each day, value each opportunity. And I said, I don't want the season to end because I know how much we've improved. I know it hasn't been in a win, but we've gotten better as a team. And for them to stick with this, and they're tired. I called Nigel last night. I said, Nigel, do you have any pop left? And he said, Coach, it's hard. And he's not the only one. It's a long grind season, and when you're a freshman and you got to bring the ball up and you got to make plays and you got to guard in the post. They're tired and they've been resilient. So I'm just thrilled for them, and to come from where we were to this week, this last couple games, and hopefully it's not over. And I can't probably get them back down to earth for a day or so, but we got to get ready for West Virginia because we were not very good here. 28 turnovers, and we got a chance again to beat another top 10 team. I know it won't be easy, but I hope they come with the right focus and mindset that we've had, and we go there and we battle our butts off.
You were so shorthanded tonight. You only had 7 guys that you played, but each one of your starting 5 really gave you something, from Sultan's defense to Nigel, 9 assists, and the other 3 guys combined for 43 and 25. Is this the kind of team effort that this group has to have to pull off a game like this?
Yeah, there's no doubt. And I told them, hey, we can't worry about what we don't have. All we can worry about is the guys that are in the jerseys and on the court. And I think they did that. They just, hey, we got to play. And there were a couple times they made a little push. I think they got it to 7. If I'm right, yep. And they we didn't quit. The biggest stat, I think, last time they had like 26 transition points and 20 points off turnovers. And this time, fast break, they only have 9 and points off turnovers. We end up winning that. So that I just told them if they could do those 2 simple things, they would give themselves a chance the way we've been guarding. And, I guess they believe and they keep working. And then Mike had his magical moment, and it's something he'll remember for a long time.
My final thing is, how much better is your defense now than it was even in January?
Oh, it's astronomical. I give credit to the coaches. Obviously, the players had to buy in. What we did was started showing some of our former teams and how they guarded, and just to make the guys understand. I don't think they understand what it's about, and it's and some of it I've said we didn't have basic habits, we didn't have concepts, we missed a lot of stuff, and now as the season's going on, they slowly but surely they figured some things out. We're better one-on-one. A couple, they're so good at taking you and getting in the paint and beating you. And they did a few times, but we stayed in front of them and made it tough on them and made them earn everything.
Thanks, Coach. Good win.
Thank you.
Next question to Kellis Robinette.
Bruce, you mentioned Antonio was dealing with foot issues. What's his status?
We'll just have to see. He hurt his foot in the TCU game. He told Luke Sauber during the game, they put a little, I don't know, pad or retaped it, whatever. He made it through the game. The next morning, he just said, this thing is really hurting. He could barely walk. He just said he didn't think he could, he just didn't have it in, where he could play. He's done treatment twice today. I'm sure tomorrow, and then we'll see if we can get him back at all on for Saturday. I would hope for Iowa State. It's not a severe injury, but it's one that kept him out tonight. Rudy's hand he hurt that before TCU in the practice, and then Carlton hurt his knee in the TCU game. Luke kind of pushed Carlton today said, hey, we might need you down those last couple games. So we'll see if we can get him back and Antonio back.
And on Mike, I assume in most cases you don't love a guy just coming down and putting up threes like that. But, he delivered tonight. What can you say about that? And what was your reaction when he was that confident with his shot?
It's just, I thought the first one was it was just a good shot, good execution. The second one, he started feeling a little bit of a heat check, and the third one was definitely a heat check. I thought it had no chance, and that but again, if we keep telling the guys, if you worry about the right things and you have the right attitude, the game of basketball takes care of you. And I think Mike was rewarded for his attitude and his commitment to this team and to the program.
Awesome. Hey, thanks, Bruce, and congrats.
Thank you.
Next question to John Kurtz.
Yeah, Bruce, you are at this point now 9-0 at home against Oklahoma in your time here at K-State. Is there a common thread there, anything you can put your finger on, or just happenstance?
I told Wyatt and Stan, I think Lon should be coach of the year in the league. He's done an unbelievable job. One thing we've been hurt by all year is other guys. And the other guys did not hurt us the last few games. So Harkless has been really, really good. Gibson's been really good. And they didn't really hurt us. And the guys coming off the bench didn't get much production. So, so Lon's done a great job with them. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just matchups, how we guard. There's certain, there's guys when I've come through the business, there's guys we've struggled beating. And then there's other people we beat, and it's like, how the heck can we beat them, but we can't beat them? And, it just, Lon's been a special K-Stater. He still gives back. He still comes back. It was great they honored Coach Hartman's wife's passing, Pat, today, especially with Lon here, especially with the uniforms. It couldn't be more appropriate. And maybe Pat was helping Mike get a couple of those shots down for us to help us get the win.
Before Mike's threes there at the end, you guys had struggled from beyond the arc. Did you feel like it was a game where you were getting pretty open looks and they just weren't falling again?
Yeah, I thought, we had some wide open ones. I kept talking to the refs. We're not getting to the free throw line. It was, 10-3. They said, hey, get to the paint, get to the lane. And, we probably lost our way a little bit there. Davion had been so good, but part of it is how they guarded. They don't foul, and they really pack it in. And, we had some good basketball plays, actions where we made right plays. We just didn't make the shots. And then obviously the last three were really special.
Thanks, Bruce. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Next question to Ryan Black.
Hey, Bruce, after you guys went up 38-31, you guys kind of went on one of those long scoring droughts, and then Oklahoma ended up taking a 44-40 lead. Was that something that you were, I guess, at all worried about, or did you feel like after the way you guys played down the stretch against TCU, you're like, hey, these guys have some confidence now?
Well, I obviously I was worried. We were a little bit in fouls. They were in the bonus, then double bonus. It didn't seem like we had any answers to stop them or to score. They've won a lot of close games, and that you got to give our defense credit because they only had the one field goal where we didn't switch at the end. But we just did a great job of staying in front of them, talking, being in the right place, and rebounding. You win the battle of the boards, second chance points. A lot of positive stats that we were losing, not by little numbers. We were losing by big numbers early. So, we went small and we still won the boards. But like I said before, the one huddle, I just said, guys, we can't panic. It's only 2 possessions. We get a couple stops and a couple scores, we're winning the game. And guess what happened? That's what happened. So, good, again, our guys, the character, the resilience, all those things you talk about, they definitely had it.
Bruce, if like someone told you before the game that Reeves would score 25, would you still have felt good about your chances of getting this upset?
No, probably not, to be honest. But he had to take 18 shots to get there. So, and it's like I said before, I thought Selton did a really good job on him. But he's so smart. He knows how to play. But we stopped him down the stretch when he's made game winners in a lot of games. But, as I said, the other guys who were the first game, if you look, Williams might have had double digits. Harkless had 13 rebounds and maybe 8 points. And the big fella had his career day. So that, these are, we didn't let those other guys do it. And that's probably the big key. That and taking care of the ball, we kept them out of transition.
And then last thing for me, Bruce, I asked Dejuan about it because he scored on a play where Bradford went down. He said that Davion was in there celebrating. So is he fine? That was just like one play. He just got a little banged up.
Yeah, we actually put him back in and took him out right away because we decided when they put Manick in, we wanted to be able to switch and not give up the three. Yeah, he was fine. He came that the one knee he's had some issues with all year, and I think he just hit it wrong and it kind of gave out a little bit. It scared him, but I'm pretty sure he's fine. He seemed bouncing around. We'll see. We thought Antonio was fine after the last game. Hopefully, we don't lose another one.
All right, thanks so much, Bruce. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Next question to Michael Goins.
Bruce, it appears your guys are getting more comfortable looking for the secondary transition scores and opportunities. How do you see that?
Yeah, I thought we messed up a couple of those where there's 3 guys back. Mike threw the one away. Dejuan was running back. Nigel went too far. There was too much traffic. We keep telling them, let the defense make the mistakes. And when you got that 4-on-3 or 5-on-4, just space the court, move the ball. don't force the action. And we've done it all year. I hope we're a little better. We found a couple actions. We thought we got them on some curls early. We got some different ball screen actions that worked. So they're making some strides. There's no doubt. I would not say we're perfect by any means, but we've definitely made some strides.
And with they're switching everything except the post. What did you like about the way you guys counteracted that?
Well, we wanted to get one. We keep talking about. We talk about all year because a lot of the teams in our league do switch. We got to play off the 5, and then let the 5 then get into a post up. Whether you get curls or you drop offs, those type of things. So they're starting to understand that a little more. And then who's the cutters and who isn't, and then who's the screeners and the slashers, and who can play off of it. We thought if we got it moving, we could get some slashing action. And Dejuan got a few. We got in there. We made some nice kicks. We just didn't make the shots. But, we've made strides. We're way better, and I'm just happy. Like I said, they've been rewarded for sticking with it, believing and continue to trust the process and the system. And now they're getting rewarded for it. So I just hope they, again, we got to come back. I didn't even say anything about West Virginia, but, you got another big one Saturday that you got to get ready for.
Thanks, Bruce. Congrats on the win.
Yeah, thank you.
Next question to Grant Flanders.
Hey, Coach, you might have said it earlier in your beginning remarks, but Dejuan Gordon, how's his soreness level at this time?
It'll be bad tomorrow. Sunday he couldn't even put his shoe on. And it's maybe not where the actual injury happened, but now he's probably put a lot of stress on the other parts of his foot. So we just got to hope, that he's fine. Again, Davion, you hope he's okay. Hope Dejuan's okay. We do have a day off. We'll practice. I do most of our prep Thursday because we got to get on a plane on Friday. We'll have an early kind of more shoot around than anything on Friday. And hopefully we can, be a lot more competitive than we were the first time against them.
And I know you have a couple more games, obviously, before the Big 12 tournament. But, beating a team like this, number 7 team in the country, one of the best teams in the country, it has to give you some hope. The last chance you have to make the tournament is the Big 12 tournament. So maybe there's magic that could happen.
Well, right now we got to worry about West Virginia. Keep getting better. Keep believing in the process and the system. And then you got Iowa State now on that Saturday. And then we'll probably have TCU again. So I think, at least, I don't know if it's locked in or not, but I think it is. So hey, just worry about the next game. That's all we can do, and get ready. Obviously, you come out of that 8-9, and you got to play. I believe you got to play 1. So Baylor, we've had our struggles against them, but they had their struggles tonight. So we'll see what happens. Right now, just enjoy, be happy for them. I sent them all emojis today, smiling faces, big hearts. That's all I care about. I want them to enjoy it and make the most of it. So, appreciate the opportunity. My little quote on the board was, this day will, once it goes, you cannot replay it. And you have a choice. What are you going to do with it? Are you going to do good, or are you going to waste a day? And they surely didn't waste a day. And things worked out for us. So proud of them. I'm proud that they appreciated the opportunity and made the most of it.